Okay, so while I am probably more likely going to have to put this film in the category of what the fuck did I just watch right next to Beau is Afraid, I do gotta give this movie all the credit for reminding me just how much of a banger Sweet Dreams Are Made of this is. That is an incredible song. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and 7 days. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. 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 If Emma Stone gets to have a big dance break, then I want one too. Sorry, but regardless, this is Kinds of Kindness. Hey guys, it's your guy in the chair here, and look, this is my review for Kinds of Kindness, starring Emma Stone, William Dafoe, Jesse Plemons, Margaret Qualley, and was directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. And our story follows, well, the best way I can describe this story or this plot is it is broken down into 3 different stories, basically, I guess, diving into different methods of kindness, quote unquote. And the best way I can describe it is basically you have one story where Jesse Plemons is very hell-bent on trying to please his boss, and then you have another story where Jesse Plemons is playing a cop and his wife goes off somewhere, comes back, he doesn't believe it's the same woman. And then you have the last story where Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone are in a cult trying to find a young woman who is going to be the leader or their sanctity divine leader person, something of that nature. Basically, you have the rotation of William Dafoe, Margaret Qualley, Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Hung Chow. You have these 5 actors and actresses, and they're playing different characters throughout these 3 different stories, and it's basically supposed to break down some sort of methods or the different methods of kindness. That's all I have for you guys. I really don't know how else to explain this movie, because for me personally, I'm gonna just be real with y'all, I didn't get it. And it's crazy because I'm a big fan of Yorgos Lanthimos movies. I literally just saw The Killing of a Sacred Deer, and I thought that movie was wildly intense. It was wildly wicked and fucking ridiculous, and I'm a huge fan of The Favorite, Poor Things. I absolutely love Yorgos Lanthimos, man. Like, I really enjoy his just wacky, insane, just vision, and the things that he has actors and actresses do in their movies. They just have to completely just be out of body experiences, just being so silly and wacky and wonky and just doing so much like dark comedic things, but then serious tone things. I mean, Yorgos Lanthimos, I truly thought, well, I still think that he just has this vision that is like a one-of-one type deal, and that definitely shows in this movie here. But I am going to be completely honest with you guys. This just was not for me. That's the best way I can put it. I truly did enjoy parts of this movie, and I can only compare this experience, and I am going to call it an experience because that's definitely what it is. I can only explain or compare this experience to the same thing as Beau is Afraid, because those are 2 movies where they're just made by very acclaimed directors who I admire very much, and I walked in with such sky-high expectations, expecting to be completely just knocked out of my socks. And I walked out knocked out of my socks, but not for the reasons that you would think. I left Beau is Afraid very confused and kind of just angry. This movie I kind of just left just confused and just pretty upset, because I wanted to love this movie a lot more than I did, or I wanted to like it more than I did, honestly. I wanted to like this movie way more than I did, but I just could not get with whatever the fuck was going on in the film. Now, here's the thing. If you were to ask me what happens in this movie, I can recap a series of events, which honestly, that's what this movie feels like. It just feels like a series of events put together to teach you about a general theme of kindness in whatever way it was trying to do that. But the thing about it is, I can't go any further than just telling you what happens in the movie. I can't tell you what it means. Can't tell you what it all is supposed to build up to. I can't tell you what it adds to the story. I can't tell you what it adds to the characters. I can't tell you anything like that because I don't know my damn self. I sat there halfway through this movie just going, okay, so I think this is going to be Yorgos' Beau is Afraid, where if you get it, amazing. If you don't, which I think a majority of people probably won't, I don't know. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't. And you really probably should just leave it at that because there's I am not going to stress myself out and trying to think of what this movie meant. It's crazy because I didn't really even care to look up the ending explained or the explanation of this film, but I did it anyway before my review because I wanted to see if there was really something I was missing from what I was watching. But once I read everything, I was kind of just like, yeah, that still doesn't really change my perspective on what I watched. And for me personally, it just didn't hit. It just wasn't it at all. Now, as far as the performances go, I enjoyed the performances. You have A-class, I'll say you have B through S class actors. I say B because Margaret Qualley and Hong Chow, but they are very good. And then you have William Dafoe, Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons. That's actually S tier at that point. So yeah, you have basically B through S tier actors and actresses working in this film, and they are doing an amazing job. The things that they are being asked to do, the performances, they are doing a very good job at portraying these characters, and they're very entertaining, especially William Dafoe. William Dafoe is a motherfucker in this movie. But Jesse Plemons as well, Emma Stone, she absolutely shows out in the last part of the film, in the third story, which is personally, I'd probably say the third story is my favorite part of this movie, just because it's the one probably I understood the most when it came to whatever story he was trying to tell. The first story with Jesse Plemons trying to please his boss, I think, was pretty easy to understand as well. I enjoyed that one. The second story, though, they completely lost me on that one. I don't know. I understand. Like I said, I can tell you the series of events that occurred. Cannot tell you what any of it meant. I just don't have that in me whatsoever. And look, honestly, it's a movie for sure. It is a movie for sure, but it was just one that did not affect me the way I wanted it to, and I'm kind of disappointed, man. I'm really just disappointed. I really wanted to like this movie a lot more than I did, and I just I can't really see myself. I feel like I should give this movie another chance. Probably should go watch it again, but if I don't walk away with something different, I'm just going to be really upset at myself because this is a long movie. It's 3 hours. It definitely feels like it at times, and while the best way I can honestly explain what this movie experience was like is it's like walking through an art gallery and you see all the art on the wall and the general consensus is it's beautiful. You understand that it's beautiful what you're looking at, but then the tour guide comes around and starts to try to explain the meaning behind these paintings, and you're just like,
what the hell did you just say?
What the fuck what did you just say? That's basically the entire experience of this movie. It's like you're somebody's trying to explain to you what the meaning is to all this, and you're just not getting it. And it's okay. It's okay not to get it. It's art. It's just objective, subjective, just whatever. It's art. It can be judged how it needs to be. I didn't get this one. I'm hoping Yorgos bounces back with a stronger movie. And as far as I'm concerned, this is definitely one of my least favorite Yorgos movies. Actually, maybe my least favorite Yorgos movie, because all the other ones, at least I could explain to you what the plot meant, and I could tell you a lot more in detail about what I just witnessed, and at least have a much in-depth conversation. This one, you truly can try to explain to me what happens in the second story, and I would just completely just shake my head and go, no, I don't see that at all. But okay, it is what it is. But look, I know there are people out there that are going to enjoy this movie because there are people in my theater who are absolutely just dying laughing. And there are some very funny, like I said, there's some very entertaining moments in this movie. There are some very entertaining performances. Like, you have great actors being told to do some very wacky shit, and it's cool. It's very fun to watch. But it's just, as far as an entire movie goes, this one for me personally just missed the mark. So overall, look, Kinds of Kindness is a movie that was directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. And if you've seen Yorgos Lanthimos, you understand that his methodology can get a little out of the box. And that's really what this movie is. And, well, for all those reasons and so many more, guys, I'm going to give Kinds of Kindness a 2.75 out of 5 stars. All right, guys, so Kinds of Kindness. Have you seen it? What did you think about it? Look, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff and so much more. Look, this is your guy in the chair. More content coming to you soon. And we started with a dance break, so we're going to end on a dance break. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? Travel the world and 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Some of them want to use you. Some of them want to